Let's go over a Scolio move for the pelvis. And so what we're going to do is you could have your client start with the basic one. Would be like number one. The knees are apart and they're easy leaning back on their arms. From here we want to tilt and reach over the leg as much as feels comfortable. Then tell them to lift the abdominal strongly, hold that up as they place the sit bone down. And then you just literally shift over to the other side. Turn the leg in, lift up, and then try to place the sit bone down into the mat. So you go forward, lift, place down, and you try to get a little smooth action and place down. It'll take a while for them to be able to actually activate through the waist and down and reach forward and down. So you literally push the hip forward, lift, place down, a forward, lift, place down, a forward, lift, place down. Then once they've done that, let's see if you can go on to a single pelvic hip rotation. So here's the easy Z-sit where the foot's pretty close to the knee. If they can't do this, you could do this in a chair, just with the pelvis being on the actual seat. I'm going to brace myself. This is a pretty comfortable position. You don't have to tuck the leg in real stiffly. Again, use whatever's right. Again, we're going to push the pelvis forward. Feel like somebody's pushing it from behind. Lift up from the pubis and then literally place the sit bone. It may not touch, don't force it. So you go forward, lift, place down, a forward, lift, place down, a forward, lift, place down, a forward, lift, place down, and a forward, lift, place down. This is an excellent thing to do as a preparatory motion for the mermaid, or to actually substitute it, because in scoliosis, the mermaid's not always so great. We're going to switch to the other side. From here, you go forward, lift, place down. Now you could decide which pelvis to start with, and you want to do it probably at least 6 or 7, 8, 10 times if that's okay. The idea is to oil up the hip, and you'll be doing somebody a favor. They're going to feel difference from one hip to the other for sure. Forward, lift, place down. Now what you could do from this though, let's go back to the other side. So that's basic number 2. Then number 3, now you can go actually into a spiraling motion. So from here we'll go through the pelvis, the waist, the shoulders, and touch. Pull back, a waist, a shoulders, back to the leg. Push the pelvis, lift through the waist. You can brace yourself and look. Come back, a waist, a shoulders, a head. Hips, a waist, a shoulders, a head, a hips, a waist, a shoulders. Then you could add arms. Hips, waist, shoulders, head, hips, waist, shoulders, head. And you could do this just going in a smooth motion, because it takes a lot of balance and a lot of pressure to sit up the whole time. If you like, you can do pulling the thread. Up, 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 pull the thread coming back. This takes even more coordination. And again, hips, waist, shoulders, head, hips, waist, shoulders, head. Now, if you like, you can sweep the hand along the floor and then pull a thread backwards, and people love this. And it feels very good. So you brace yourself, pull the abdominals in, pull the thread. And then you could do it with some momentum and some release. And this is very good for the spine. And it's really just getting some nice mobility and then teaching people how to hold themselves inside as you're moving around. From here, we can go to the other side and then take the progression from the other direction. So again, you can decide which side to sit on to begin with. I tend to go to my easier side first, and this is a much more difficult position for me with my left hip. So from here, I go hip, waist, shoulders, and head. Hips, waist, and shoulders. And I can just precede it by going forward, lift, place down. Forward, lift, place down. Forward, lift, place the sit bone. Then hip, waist, shoulders, and head. Hip, waist, shoulders, and head. Hips, waist, shoulders, head, hips, waist. And then when they feel comfortable, you can do it with the arms. So again, you're going to have to use lots of pressure. You see, I have to use a lot to sit onto my right sit bone and push up and turn out of it. And then it helps me too to get a more accurate rotation. From here, I'm just taking one hand and moving it in front of the chest, then the other hand is slowly coming back and coming in front of the chest. And it's like it's pulling threads. Then you could pull a thread upwards. So this is takes a lot more coordination, and you'll be surprised, a lot of people actually get this. So again, hips, waist, shoulders, head, hips, waist, shoulders. Then from here, you hold the waist in, place the hand, and sweep the hand along the floor, pull to the shoulder, reach up and out. So it goes sweep, pull back, a sweep, and of course it's nice drama. Sweep, pull back, a sweep, pull back. Then, if you're very ambitious, you could take it yet to one more level. All I'm going to do is shift from one side to the other. So from here, I'm going to go slide, pull back, several times, 2, pull back, 3, and back. Now here we go. Number 4, I'm going to go over into my stomach, and then I'm going to come and sit to the other side. So I could go sweep, pull back, sweep, pull back, sweep, and back. Number 4, hold the waist up, lean yourself over, and then come up. I'll do it one more set. Sweep, pull back, and 2, pull back. People love this. 3, and back, hold the waist, make yourself stiff, come up. Sweep, pull back. Number 2, and back. 3, pull back. Number 4, hold the waist, and then come up. And you'll have some happy campers through those Scolio moves.